loving Henry. Keep on loving Henry. Y'all know what it is, boy. Them Cowboy fans out there still loving Henry. We talking about Henry, but man, we got some cook today, baby. It's your boy BG. It's my guy Bob, the Cannabis Cowboy. Below me, you see him, and Kales with the intel down at the bottom, y'all. Y'all tap in real quick. Where them green badges? I need y'all to tap in real quick. And as a reminder, before we kick off the show, if you want to get your chance to claim the crown, you need to come over to the reel on the featured post. The reel that's on the featured post here, and you need to put your Cowboys 49ers predictions. Now, if you don't have a green badge, you can't win. You can participate, but you need a green badge to win. So get your pregame predictions in over there. I want to make sure all my green badges are aware of that before we kick off here today. It is the pregame show, baby. Levi's Road pre-cooking today. What's up, Kales? How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
How was church today? Did you get a good word?
I sure enough did. It was
What
like
did the good pastor say today? What did the good pastor say today?
He said, "Let her cook," and I'm a cook. Okay, I'm a cook today.
Let her cook. Hey, as we talk about some pre-road cooking, isn't it good we got a game on the road? Because, you know, the Cowboys is undefeated on the road, and we need that good road cooking today. I'm with you, Kel.
Gosh. It's the pain of reality.
I just got it. I was in church, but the Cowboys are getting ready to look out to look at one of their top prospects for this year's upcoming draft, Kentucky defensive tackle Deon Walker. So everyone write that name down, Deon Walker, defensive tackle from Kentucky.
Nice. Something's going on with the algorithm, y'all. It only shows that we got a couple people here. So y'all do me a favor, like this video and share it as we talk about pregame show here today with Kales with the Intels is dropping some news on us. We got Bob, the Cannabis Cowboy. We're going to be talking about how y'all keep loving King Henry as we got Dalvin Cook coming up off the practice squad today. So y'all know what it is. Thank you for everybody on LinkedIn. Thanks for everybody on YouTube. Let's go. I need y'all to like and share this video, baby. Let's get this algorithm going. But Kales.
What's up?
What's up with Dalvin Cook? Is he going to hit the field today? Let's just get right to the meat of the cook.
The thing is, he can hit the field, but is our offensive line going to marinate to let him run?
Is that right? I don't know why people think that Dalvin Cook seems to be our answer when clearly it's our offensive line. But I mean, I could be wrong. I hope maybe, like Bob says, that Dalvin might come in today and rush for 100 yards. You know, the Cowboys got the worst rushing game in the league right now.
I don't even look at it as far as it being an answer, because really nothing and nobody is the answer right now. Because the way that this team is so many moving parts to this team that needs to be addressed and fixed. It can't take one person, can't take two people to do it. What I will say that bringing Dalvin Cook in the mix, hopefully it will bring some sauce, bring some spice to it. That's
a change of scenery, a breath of fresh air. Is Dalvin Cook a breath of fresh air? That's what I hope. I hope he is, to be honest. And I don't know, maybe, I mean, what does that mean in terms of him being brought up from the practice squad? Doesn't somebody got to go down, or is that John Stevens' injury going down to the IR going to count? Is that how that's going to work?
Okay, so like I said, I'm a cook. Okay, let me cook real quick.
Yeah, cook. And if y'all are, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I think maybe they cut the video off because of the music. So if y'all are on YouTube, thank you. Y'all hop over to YouTube. Go ahead, Kels.
I think Dalvin Cook is ready. He's ready. From videos I've seen, not pictures, video that I have seen with my own eyes of him practicing, he is ready. He doesn't look washed out. Even Zeke, I'm going to kill it right now. Even Zeke looked good. But the thing is, we're not using the run game. Dowdle even looks good. We're not using the running game.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I don't know that we can block for it.
I mean, our time of possession, I think, for the year, though, is trash, though. I mean, I get it. And we're behind the sticks. And we're behind on the scoreboard normally.
Right. And even with the video I've seen, with the scrimmage line during practice, that O-line they got swallowed, all of them.
Swallowed, pushed back. It was embarrassing the last couple of games to see them get.
But this is in practice, though.
Right.
This is in practice.
Okay.
So, folks got Dalvin Cook in their fantasy football lineup. I think the big question is today, Bob, if you had Dalvin Cook, I don't have Cook in any of my leagues. I have Dowdle, but I'm not starting them with this Cook news here today because I don't know what's going on with the running back room. So, Kels, I don't know. Do you got Cook in any of your leagues? What would y'all do with Cook right about now for fantasy football terms?
Nope, I don't have Cook, and I don't have Cook in any of my leagues because one, I wasn't sure when he was going to make the be active on the team. So I didn't move him. And I've been shuffling between I have Zeke and I do have Dowdle on a couple of my teams, but I will put them in if one of my good running backs.
I'm just saying in general because I got Zeke in one of my leagues too, and you kind of hang around with handcuff these folks, and I didn't know if anybody had anybody handcuffed. So I'm trying to figure out if you got Cook handcuffed today, I probably wouldn't play him. But then again, he might go for 100 yards and a couple of scores today, like my guy Bob said.
I can't see
it's kind of like a love-hate relationship, especially against a physical team. Let's talk about this San Francisco 49er team. First off, man, they are 3-4 right now. Are y'all scared of the big bully?
Well, they got Freddy Krueger, so that's enough right there.
So you're scared? Are you scared of the big bully, Bob? Are you still scared of this big bully from last year at 40-10?
I'll tell you this right now. I think maybe if I was like I am hitting the gym 6 days a week and prepared, then no, I would not be afraid for the bully. But this team does not look prepared. They don't look like they've been in the gym. They don't look like they give a shit about much, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, I'd be terrified if I were them with the mindset they seem to be playing with. I'd be real afraid to be going into San Francisco and trying to win this game today. But San Francisco's also beat up a little bit, but that doesn't necessarily matter. Our team is very much mid in a lot of areas that you cannot be mid in as an NFL football team, starting off with the offensive line, secondarily the defensive line. We've been talking about all these. We got 97 defensive tackles. I can't do shit. So I don't know what we're going to do to stop anything, but I do know that Dallas is going to go out there and hopefully show off a little bit, maybe show that they can do some things. Maybe CD runs some better routes so that Aikman doesn't have anything to say about him this week. Maybe he does some things. The team does some things that makes people have a little bit of hope, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, the injury opponent has been wreaking havoc across the league, and it's affected the 49ers too, as well as now Brandon Ayuk's out for the remainder of the season. I think Jawan James, I think, is out there, one of their wide receivers today, and CMC. But Debo has been cleared, I guess. He was in the hospital for some pneumonia or something like that. So he's scheduled to play today. I don't know if that's going to have any impact on his play, how he's going to run. We know that everybody plays their Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. George Kittle's reminded of us of that last season when he had to pull up his and show his shirt. So I don't know if he has that plan, because today is National Tight Ends Day too as well.
Yes,
in case you didn't know.
Hold on, let me show you.
What you got on? Look at you got a Witten on today. She got a J Dub on today. I see you guys. National Tight Ends Day, but guess what else today is, y'all? The 22nd anniversary of the GOAT, baby. Breaking Sweetness's record. Today is October 27th, 22 years ago today, baby. Deuce on National Tight Ends Day. They kind of set that up kind of nice, didn't they? Are they trying to hate on Emmett? Is that what it is? They're hating on Emmett's Day, or did it just kind of fall like that? I'll show y'all better than I can tell you in case you didn't know a little bit about Tight Ends National Day. You can check it out.
Cool to be in Seattle at that time. That'd have been cool.
Yeah, it would have, right? 100%. I agree with you. But yeah, here we are on this Levi's Road pre-cooking today. National Tight Ends Day today. What is National Tight Ends? The first National Tight End was National Tight End Day was celebrated in 2019, and in 2023 it fell on October 22nd, when it started as a random sideline joke between George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo. The porn star has become full-fledged football holiday globally, right? So this is a National Tight Ends Day. So there's already, I told you, if you got tight ends, like I got Kittles and I got Ferguson in one of my leagues, y'all.
I wouldn't mind going.
One of them. I'm playing them both.
I wouldn't mind going to, a tight end university.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I think the music came in. I've been trying to push the envelope over there with Sirius XM, and they hit me with copyright. So I think it stopped the video. So if you're not on Facebook, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, that's perfect. We want to show some YouTubers some love. So y'all tap in. We're just going to be on YouTube and LinkedIn, it looks like, because Facebook be tripping.
Yeah, Mason from San Francisco is definitely going to give us fits. I don't know. I don't see the really sad thing that I saw recently was Diggs giving up on tackles, just sort of being deflated. And I kind of looked at that guy as being the leader in terms of our defensive backs, and it doesn't look like he's stepping up to do much. Now, granted, they're not really thrown his way a whole hell of a lot because there's definitely a lot better people to pick on our team. But at the same time, I don't see, he's sort of a microcosm of the mind space of this team right now, which is just make it through the game without hustling hard and playing hard and doing fundamental shit. It's really tough to watch.
We ain't gonna be talking about no fucking fundamentals after this week. I don't want to hear fundamentals ever again because we went into the bye week talking about fundamentals. We damn sure better not come out the bye week talking about fundamentals, especially against this physical team, because Picante Sauce 361 over there on YouTube. Shout out to all my YouTube folks. We're gonna show y'all some love here today. That's cool. The Facebook tripping. We're gonna show the YouTubers some love. He says, or she says, which one? I don't know. The running back Mason from San Francisco is going to give Dallas fits unless they are able to contain the running back early. I agree 100% because everybody knows you can't stop the run when it comes to Dallas. Dallas cannot stop the run. We talk about heart today, so you're right to allude to what you were talking about on Trayvon making business decisions. I'm gonna be paying attention because if you looked at that highlight film of King Henry coming in right there when it got to the Cowboys section, didn't I tell you look at that, Bob? It was like 7 to 8 Cowboys it took to try to bring down Derrick Henry. Now I seen Micah tackle him by himself in one game, but it didn't look like he had a hard time doing that. But man, this guy Mason, you're right. CMC is out. Mason is a lethal running attack, and we know the Cowboys can't stop the run. What do you see, Kelly, on the defensive side? Any parts moving with any of these injured players coming back? We know Micah's out, Bland's out. What's the insider intel on any of these other folks on this defensive side of the ball? Who can we expect to see in the trenches?
Okay, so from basically right now, I have not seen any movement as far as anything new yet because everything they have until 4:30 our time Eastern time, 3:30 Central time to put everything into the league of who's active, what happened during the warm up, the warm up. But by it being a late game, since we're playing at 8:20, we may get a couple of more hours because they really don't start doing their warm-ups until maybe like 4 o'clock, maybe not 4, around like 5-6 o'clock our time. So whatever time that will be on the West Coast, I think that would be 3. So we may have a little more wiggle room. So as of right now, I haven't seen anybody that has been ruled out for this game that probably was submitted today. But from yesterday's practice report for the final one, Deron Bland.
Yeah, I got the official Dallas Cowboys site up here on the injury report. Looks like week 8.
So he hasn't been taking part of any practice. He's been back and forth with the rehab group. As you all know, tight end John Stevens, he will be out for the remainder of the year after suffering a second ACL.
Is that why we're able to bring up Cook? Is now because he's going to the IR, or are we going to see one of these running backs go?
So on this part, by Micah Parsons and Bland both being downgraded to out, the team has to make a final roster decision on them by the close of business on this coming Monday to keep both either on the active roster or move them to IR.
Damn, Jordan Phillips is out too. I thought he was just practicing the other day. I thought he just came back. It seems like
he was, but he's out. He's not on the IR because his practice window was elevated this week. Let me see what else.
Look, it says Kendricks is questionable,
Nick,
and Nick Vigil is questionable.
yeah, he's been
Just too much,
trending.
man.
He has been trending in the wrong direction. As far as his
So it looks like Maris
recovery.
Leofow today. It looks like some Damone Clark today. It looks like some DeMarvion Overshown today, right? That's what that looks like.
Yeah, we're going to see some demo.
Because we can take a look at this depth chart now. We'll go to the defensive side of the ball and take a look at it. We appreciate everybody tapping in. Thank y'all for your patience. Yeah, we got problems with Facebook. They tripping. But if you're live with us on YouTube, thank you for hanging out. We showing YouTube some love over here today. Defense. Yeah, we know the Lawrence is out. So Chauncey Golston, Tyrus Wheat, Mozzie Smith is there. Linville Joseph, is he active? We got Osa. Jordan
Which
is
one?
out. Linval Joseph, is he active or no?
He's active.
Marshawn Nealon is still out, correct? So we got Maris Leofow, DeMarvion Overshown, Eric Kendricks is questionable, Buddy Johnson, I don't know who he is, old buddy, Damone Clark. So, I mean, yeah, the injury opponent has wreaked havoc, not only with the Dallas Cowboys, but also with the San Francisco 49ers. And with that being said, the Niners are 3-4. You know, they got their own problems going on in their locker room over there, but we know they're going to get up for this game. We know that this is a very physical team. They got this guy over there named Nick Bosa. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
And, you know, Dak Prescott has been getting sacked at almost the rate of 3 times per game. So I'm looking straight at this offensive line. Kels, what are you looking at in terms of this offensive line? Have you been hearing anything shaking and baking in terms of the offensive line? Anything new we're going to see, or how they're going to get this fixed to try to either get Dak off his back or get this running game going?
Nope. To me, it seemed like it's going to be the same old. Tyler Guyton will be on the left side. I know a lot of people were speculating and hoping for him to go on the right side because he played right tackle when he was in college. They may put depending on how Zach Martin is today, if he's able to stay up for all 4 quarters, it could be a lookout for Awesome Richards to fill in for him. Or
I seen Richard.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, awesome. ASIM is awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So Awesome Richards may be filling in as the right guard, or TJ Bass.
Well, I guess as we, gone through the injury report, took a look at the depth chart a little bit, both of these teams are banged up. San Francisco still has a pretty high-powered offense, even with Brock Purdy at the helm, especially this guy Mason in the backfield that's been running. They got Fred Warner on defense still. They're going to be very physical, especially with a Nick Bosa. This offensive line, I think, is going to have to be in pretty much unison. Not only are they going to have to keep Dak off of his back this game with the likes of Fred Warner and the likes of, Nick Bosa coming off that edge, we're really going to have to see, if, Dalvin Cook is going to add any value. If that's the case, if they bring him up and put him in the lineup. So when it goes back to the offensive side of the ball for the Cowboys, I mean, I don't know who's going to be running the rock today. What are you hearing on the offensive side of the ball, Kels? Who's running the rock today? Do you know who RB1's going to be?
Everything is running back by committee.
Well, we know that, but I mean, it's so heavy with Rico. Are we going to expect to see Rico today, or with the news of Dalvin coming up? Does that mean Dalvin and Rico are splitting?
They traveled with all 3, so all 3 will be there. On paper,
all 3. You're talking about Rico. You're talking about Cook, and who else? Is Zeke?
Dalvin.
What about Hunter and Deuce?
He's there, but he's still listed as a fullback.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out for fantasy football purposes for folks who want to try to take a gamble on the Cowboys. Because I got Rico on the bench. I'm not taking no chance.
So right now, on paper, Dottle is still RB1. But field purposes is running back by committee. So it depends on the matchup, like on downs. That's how they're going to be fluctuating the running backs in and out. I do know a lot of people been talking about Jordan Mason for the 49ers.
The running
And
back.
I've been trying to keep up with the comments, everyone, because I'm reading it
Yeah, there it is right there.
on
For Conte
YouTube.
brought it up. It says
Yeah,
running back
on
Mason.
YouTube. So I don't know if a lot of people have really watched Jordan Mason. The thing with him is we cannot let him get past the line of scrimmage. Come on, defense, figure it out. He's
Not
known
only that,
for
can they
he's
tackle
known
him at the
for
linebacker and the defensive back level?
right. So he's known to be forcing missed tackles, 53 to be exact.
Ooh,
He runs the ball vertical.
north and south. That's what you should.
Yeah. So that's one thing we have to look for. Um and one thing about the 49ers, they do zone blocking that creates those mismatches is on both the defense side of the ball as well as the offense side of the ball. Um the thing is, don't let Shanahan open up his offense because that's when things is going to get real shaky and dicey. Um, their offense run inside and outside zones. Um, and then this is another thing you have to be look how many defensive coordinators that the Cowboys offensive line and the 49ers, not the 49ers, our offensive line and Dak Prescott has met. They have met four defensive coordinators in the last 4 or 5 years. We could start with Robert Saleh, the former head coach for
Robert Sala,
Oh yeah.
the
Saleh.
dude they
Yeah,
fired. Yeah, the dude Rogers
yeah,
got fired. Yeah, him.
yep. I don't like getting people's names wrong. They had D'Amico Ryans. Dak Prescott met up with him. He also met up with Steve Wilcox. And let's look at this new offensive line that, well, not new, but he's been with the team for 3 years roughly, but he stepped into the defensive coordinator this year, Nick Sorensen. I don't like getting people's names wrong. So,
But what is it with all of these coordinators? What is it in common with these coordinators with the Dallas
so the
Cowboys? I'm trying
thing
to figure that out.
is, don't let these coordinators get in their bag.
So the
So
defensive coordinator we got today is who? For
Nick
the,
Nick Sorensen.
oh, Nick Sorensen. Okay. Yeah,
Sorensen.
because I was looking at who the offensive. I had to go Google who the offensive line coach is for the Cowboys. Mike Solari. I don't know whoever that dude is, and Schottenheimer and fucking McCarthy better get their shit together on this offensive line today.
Right. So that's what I said. Mike needs to get in his bag. I mean, I'm not talking about his Walmart and Target bag. I need for you to get your Gucci, your Chanel, whatever bag that you have, and get it done.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, man. I gotta say, we're looking for that, but I think all he has is Ross and Marshalls, and we're looking for someone to bring a Gucci bag when they just have a Ross bag and a Marshalls bag. I don't think that Coach McCarthy has got anything that we haven't seen. I just don't have faith in what that guy brings to the table, nor do I have faith in him motivating a team at the beginning of a game or halftime.
And maybe he just need to get rid of that Waffle House menu. Maybe we need to get like a Morton Steakhouse.
Oh, Jerry was talking about his non-designed, his
Chris.
undesigned offensive plays. So let me ask you this question, Kels, based on your intel and what you're hearing over there. Say the Cowboys get the britches beat off of us again today at the Levi Stadium. Is Mike McCarthy going to be the coach still, or is Jerry going to finally fire his ass?
In my opinion, this is just my opinion. If we take a nail, changes has to be made. Bump it being the mid-season. It may not happen. It has been done before because I vividly remember week 9 on a Sunday, November 7th, 2010. We went up to Green Bay and got obliterated and had a 45-7 loss. Right after that game, Wade Phillips got the deuce and enters Jason Garrett.
No, we went from good to worse for 10 years. No, okay, so I'm just taking shots at it. I don't like the Clapper. It wasted careers away. But anyway, that's my opinion. I don't think he gets fired. I think Jerry's going to stick with Mike McCarthy, even if we lose today. I don't know, Bob. What are you thinking over there? How do you feel about this situation about McCarthy on the hot seat?
Look,
He's
all
already
I can do is go by what historically has happened with the Dallas Cowboys, and historically, Jerry hangs on to coaches and players much longer than he needs to. He pays them way more than he needs to in order to keep them generating money for the team and for the company. So I think what's going to happen is he's going to continue to stay with McCarthy no matter what happens. If he does get fired, it's going to be at the end of the season after we don't make it to the playoffs. And when that does happen, he's just going to fill that chair with another person who is easily manipulated and not strong-minded.
Well, we
So
know it
I
ain't
just,
gonna be Bill Belichick.
yeah, it's not going to
and
be anyone that we want it to be. And it might be like an offensive coordinator from the Ravens 7 years ago. Who the hell knows? I just know that I don't know what has been pulled over my eyes other than the proverbial wool for so long for me to believe that our owner actually has the team's interest in mind as opposed to the company in mind. So I don't think he's going to do anything out of character. I don't think we've hit him hard enough to do that. I don't think there is 50% capacity at a game yet in Dallas. I don't feel
Well,
like 30% of the jerseys are not being sold anymore. I don't think enough of that's going to happen. Until that does,
hey,
he's
well,
just
we
going
know
to keep
one
doing
thing.
it.
We know one thing for sure. The tour sales is about to go up because boy, they've been talking about these tours at the circus at the Star. And Jerry said, "Look, man, if you're gonna talk bad about the establishment, just know you swimming upstream."
Yeah.
and to me, I don't want to say it's this distraction. I just think this is something stupid because when I used to work for DC Parks and Recreation, the only two teams that we could take the kids to that was outside of what we called the Beltway was in Ashburn, Virginia for the Washington training camp and Baltimore Ravens when they came here. We went, especially during the summertime. As you all know, that's training camp. The kids and the teenagers, they were able to see training being done at those facilities. And we also went during the season as well. So they've seen the team practice on the field. Um it's nothing new. It's just that because our facilities is really it's glitz and glamour. I mean, you walk in, you see chandeliers and all this other stuff. When
Yeah,
you
they
go
got
to
they got they got they got
right,
Italian marble on the floor.
right.
You got like a $500,000 chandelier light set coming down in the foyer as you turn to the right to look at
Let
the
me tell
damn trophies.
let me tell you,
Yeah,
when I first walked in, and you like you said, BG, it's marble floors. As soon as I walked in, I almost slipped. Thankfully, I caught myself. Those the kind of floors that's at the Star. And I even been to Valley Ranch when it was still there. So, with all that being said, when you look at when I've been to some of these training facilities, it looks just like walking into a gym locker room. Ain't nothing special,
well,
your
I
Super
mean, it
Bowl
didn't
trophy.
help that. I mean, they bringing up shit that Dalton Schultz said 3 years ago. Look, it's been piled on Cowboys this week. I'm like, now they bringing up the tours and yeah, and then Jerry's out here like,
That's
oh, I didn't think it
because
was going to cause that much of a problem. What I said with the radio host, and oh, by the way, yeah, if tour sales was
that's
down, now they're going to be
because
back.
and that's because there is a coach. There is a coach that's on another team that wants to come to Dallas next year to coach for the team. But he said, but if he is made head coach, he does not want no tours being done on the practice area. Now, inside the facilities, the Cowboys do have their radio station and their TV station. All that is fine for tours, but anywhere where the players are, he don't want it to be a distraction. But the thing is, and I'm thinking, is this Jerry talking or is this teams actually? This is how the players actually feel. Like they really not paying it no mind. But my thing is, I'm not going to discredit. what Dalton Schultz, Cheeto Awuzie, and Lyle Collins and some other players have said. I'm not going to discredit because that's their feel. Their feelings towards it is valid.
Man,
So,
we know it's a fucking circus. We can call
but
it whatever we
right,
want
I
to.
mean,
It's a fucking
it is
circus, man.
right.
It's
It
a
is. I
circus.
mean, I've been
No
in.
other team is doing that. I mean, we hear all these players, especially like, that goes to another team and say it's about X's and O's. It ain't about no fucking circus.
Right. So, like I said, I'm not going to discredit how they feel. Like I said, I haven't been to where the players are, but like I said, when you walk in, just you might need to wear some combat boots so you won't slip.
Yeah, I mean, I did a tour in the Star, and I mean, yeah, you see folks, and you could act like they're at the circus or whatever, and throw some peanuts at them and see if they do a trick for you. But I mean, that kind of comes with the territory. And Jerry Jones is actually out there saying, well, how does the tours impact the play on the field? And I think he had a valid argument point with that too as well. I don't know, what's your thoughts on that, Bob? Is it a circus or is it not a circus?
I think it's just a piece of a very large picture that we cannot comprehend as fans. It's just too large to understand. If we were able to go to just a regular football team and look at what they do on a day-to-day basis, that is staggering. Just add 10 times the amount of the attention, media, social media, all that crap. It just seems like such overload from a player's standpoint that you've got to, which is, I guess, maybe shows you how to be a pro, because you got to tune all that shit out. The good players are going to not focus on all that and still go in and go on the field and play and win. So other teams, I'm sure, have high profile. I know Miami's got a high profile situation going down there too. They still go in there and play like they're going to play. I mean, I know there's other teams that do that, but we just can't seem to get out of our own way. And I think a lot of our guys buy into our own ego. A lot of times we're like,
well, I mean,
yeah,
it
we
don't
are
help
the
when
shit.
you got an owner that's always on the fucking microphone. I mean, I can't name 15 other owners in the league, but I know everybody in the league knows Jerry Jones and who he's the owner of. But I don't know if that's going to matter. Today, I think it's going to be, let's talk about the keys to the game real quick. I think the keys to the game is going to be obviously in the trenches. Can the offensive line keep Dak upright, not get sacked? No matter who's in the running game, can we just get somewhat of a running game going? If we can get this offensive line going, especially on the defensive side of the ball too as well. We got banged up folks. It's going to be a matter of who got the most heart here today. I know that the Niners are favored, I think, by 4.5. I think it's a perfect trap game because all of the experts are picking the Niners. Everybody's picking the Niners. And, I got the Cowboys winning today 15-14. I think Brandon Aubrey going to kick 5 field goals because we ain't going to get in the red zone and score no touchdowns. And, the guy that's on jury duty going to come and say the Cowboys in the Pants Stadium today. That's kind of like my keys to victory and what I think is going to happen in this game today. I think it's going to be ugly on National Tight Ends Day. No touchdowns, field goals. It's going to be a crazy game tonight, I think, on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
What you think?
I think my keys will be for Tyler Guy and Terrence Steele not to let Nick Bosa use your weakness as his strength. So, because Nick Bosa plays on both sides of the ball. I mean, both sides of on the D line. So, he will go wherever his where he feels is weak. And right now on the weekend, it's Tyler Guyton on the left and Terrence Steele on the right. So I think that's one of them. Like I said again, don't let Jordan Mason get past the line scrimmage. Be mindful and cognizant of the 49ers zone blocking so it won't create those mismatches. Our defense needs they need to get off the blocks.
They need to have some fucking heart. I mean, damn, the highlights coming in. King Henry 7-8 Cowboys to finally tackle the dude.
Right now,
in the third level.
Right now, I don't want this team to have heart. I want you to have the mindset and the mentality that someone stole your lunch money for 2 years and you pissed off and you got sick and tired and you want to go for the juggler. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's
go for the juggler.
Somebody did you wrong and you want to fuck them up. You know what I mean? We got fucked up in the Pan Stadium last. If these Cowboys can't show up today, bro, ooh man, it's gonna be.
I wanted to
pile on the Cowboys 3 weeks.
I wanted to be Angela Bassett setting the dude's car on fire and waiting to exhale. That's what I
I
want.
don't think this team is capable of that. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
know,
with
but
you. I hope I see it too. I
that's
just
what
don't
I
see it.
want. That's what I
I
want.
still have a feeling. I think I'm still getting used to, and I'm sure the team is getting used to, and just starting to get over the how Dan Quinn pulled a Suge Knight and basically walked up to the mic and said, "If you're sick of the owner getting all up in the sidelines, if you're sick of the owners getting all up in the media, come on over to
Death Row.
Washington." And motherfuckers went over to Death Row, Washington, and took all the core players that they wanted with them. And Suge Knight is the entire team, dude. And so we're just sitting here reeling and saying to ourselves, well, I guess it's what happens when a good old Jerry gets what he wants. Like, there's no fighting him either. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you start reaching that age. The problem is there's no fight left in him other than business. So that's trickling down everybody in the organization, down to our players.
And still, I want in-game adjustments. I'm tired and over the poor time management. It's been going on for years now. I know it's not going to take this game, but figure it out.
I'm screaming for Jason Garrett.
They better figure out if they got heart. We're going to find out if the Cowboys got heart today.
Right.
That's all I know, because if we come out with a fucking L, we're going to find out how many fans got hearts when it comes to this team, because you got to drink a little something, smoke a little something. So, like I said, my predictions 15-14, and I want to get Bob's and Kel's predictions. Make sure if you got a green badge, that means you support this content and you're on Facebook. I know Facebook is tripping right now, but if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube and you support the content on Facebook, jump over to the reel of the Crown Royal here, and whoever gets the prediction right will win the crown today. So make sure y'all get your predictions in. What's y'all predictions? Bob, what you got today on them boys at the Pant Stadium with the Bang Bang game?
I got 31-7 San Francisco.
31-7. Ooh, wow. Kels, how you gonna follow that one up?
Based on Ayuk is out, Debo is expected to play, but he's still questionable. They got Jordan Mason. They still got Freddie Krueger on defense.
With Nick Bosa,
Nick Bosa. Oh, Trent Williams. They got him on offense, and George Kittle. So with that being said, 35-21 San Francisco, but Cowboys try to play.
21's good.
Ooh, they both got the Niners bang bang. I can't do that. Is that what you had on your picks, Kels, for the year? Did you have San Francisco beating us today on this?
Yeah, you remember I had us going.
Okay.
I had us going into.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
Just making sure. Leaving.
I got it for the win. You see my picks. I ain't wavering. I'm standing on business. I needed to go into the bye week 4-2. I went in 3-3. I need the Cowboys win. I need to win bad today. I need the Cowboys to win. I need them to show us we got heart today. If the Cowboys lose again today, if the Cowboys lose on the road for the first time, we're going to hear about now we can lose on the road. Okay, I believe you. I just want to make sure. We will check.
Hey, listen, I'm so tired of picking the Cowboys to beat teams that I know that we're going to lose. And I'm just hoping maybe a little reverse psychology is going out into the universe right now.
I thought about that before. I know exactly.
Again, I talked about a possible 150 yards from Dalvin Cook. Where the hell I got that from, I don't know. But the thing is that if that does happen, that just kind of shows you the team that we always have year by year, which is a 16th pick in the draft, NFL team, barely getting what we need to get over the hump, which is why we have to pay these players so much money and get into salary cap hell every year. I hope today marks a change in all that. I just don't see realistically it happening. I hate picking the opposite team to win, but the reality is we just don't look good, and they are a strong team at home. So. And that's hard for me to go in.
And that's even with the deficiencies of having key players out.
Well, we're going to find out if they the big bad bully still or not. I don't think they're the big bad bully. Y'all think they still are. I don't think they are.
Maybe not, but they still have things. They still have their shit together.
Of course. I mean,
all you need.
They look good on paper. And we know everybody's going to show up. It's Sunday night football. The Cowboys on prime time. Everybody's going to be watching. We understand. That's why I'm saying, Cowboys, if you ever needed a get-right game in your life before, it is tonight. You got Cowboy fans over here betting against you. You know what I mean? Bob said 31-7 Niners. Kels, yours was what, 35-12? What'd you say it was?
35-21.
35-21. It's a lot of points. I got 15-14. I don't even think the Cowboys score a touchdown because of their defense, because of our red zone inefficiencies. But I know Brandon Aubrey's good, so if we can get past the fucking 50-yard line, I see him kicking about 5 field goals. They may score a couple touchdowns, but that might be the difference. I think 15-14. I got the Cowboys with a much need. I think it's going to be ugly. It's going to be a game of heart. This referee crew, shout out to my guy Charles Owens that's on Facebook. He's been hyping me up with the referee crews. We got Bill Vinovich, I think is his name. One of the most cleanest refs in the game, doesn't throw a lot of flags. Him and his crew are known to let teams play. Now, we know the Cowboys are the most penalized in the NFC East, one of the top teams in penalties still after the bye week with 47. We led the NFC East. Last game, we seen last season, there was 6 flags thrown on each team for a total of 12. So before we close it out, I want to know on the penalty report, especially with now Bill Vinovich, his crew coming in, if that's his name, I think, pretty clean squad. How many flags total y'all think is going to be thrown in the game today? I don't think there's going to be more than 10 flags thrown, so I'll just throw that out there. Bob, how about you, and then Kels will go with yours?
I would say 8 just for Dallas.
We are averaging at least 7 flags per play.
I don't know what happened. What's going on since the last game that we played that is going to miraculously make these teams have all the things that we've seen them not have? I don't know. It'd be great to see a fire lit, though. I really would be happy.
That's my answer right there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's a lot. Is that 50-11? Is that what you want to say? How many did you say, Bob?
I'd say at least. I'd say 10 total between two teams. 8 for Dallas.
I'm saying 10 total too as well. What you got, Kels, for the flags?
But you know what I just thought of? Looking at 49ers last game, Purdy got three picks. So this is where I need Mozzie Smith. I need for you to find it somewhere. If we could put pressure on Purdy, I have a feeling that Trayvon Diggs will get what he used to have, that mojo, and he might get a pick off of Purdy. That's what I'm thinking that's going to happen today. If they can find a way to put pressure on Purdy.
Yeah, because Purdy threw 3 picks last game too as well. Yep. I mean, they're 3-4. Like, this is not the big bad bully. I get it, it's the Niners, and this is like the big bad brother we can't get off our back that's been beating our ass for the last 3-4 years. But I just think it's gonna be an ugly game today. And
like you said,
it's gonna be a matter of who's gonna have the most heart. Because if the Cowboys come out and get punched in the mouth, that ain't gonna sit well.
And like what you said, I think a lot of it, like for me, the loss for me will be based on how our team has been operating and everything. Mm-hmm. Like we need, like I said, in-game adjustments, because that's one thing that Shanahan is known for doing. And not only Shanahan, but just the whole coaches staff. They make in-game adjustments. So
we used to. We did for a while.
So I guess after fundamentals this week, we're going to hear about adjustments next week if we catch the. I hope both of y'all are wrong.
We all been talking about
adjustments.
We've all been talking about the poor clock management and adjustments. So it ain't nothing new.
Well, we getting ready to wrap it up here, man. I appreciate both of y'all joining us here on the pregame show. Post-game show probably tomorrow. Y'all know I'm going to go live at halftime. I'll be live at the press box in Seattle. I'll be driving up here to Seattle after we get off out of the gym here today. Appreciate you clocking in today too as well, Kels, especially after church, getting a good word from the pastor. What did the pastor say over there?
Let her cook.
Let her cook. Well,
I hope him cook. He better cook. Let
Dalvin cook. And that's what he meant to say. Let Dalvin cook. We're gonna need to I know all them Dalvin Cook lovers that sure wanted him off the practice squad. I hope they put him in their fantasy football lineups, because we're gonna have a discussion afterward. But either way, I hope the Cowboys run game gets something going, because God, it's the worst in the league. And here we go on prime time against a physical defense with Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. Man, it's gonna be a game, I think, of who's gonna have the most heart. But I'm BG. That's Kels with the intels. That's my guy. The Cannabis Cowboy. What'd you say?
Shout out to Jalen Smith, CEV.
Oh, okay, yeah. We rocking them CEVs over here too, baby. You know, it's the stars for me. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Sorry about that shit on Facebook. You know, I'm fighting with Facebook when it comes to music and SiriusXM and being a brand affiliate. So that's a struggle that I'm dealing with over there. So thank y'all for tapping in on LinkedIn and especially YouTube. Shout out to all my YouTubers. Thank y'all for tapping in and holding it down on YouTube, man. We're live over here on 3 locations every week, so y'all stay looking forward. We appreciate y'all. Go Cowboys.
Be on the
predictions,
lookout.
Bob. You said 31-7, 30. You said 35-12,
35-21.
35-21, and I got 15-14. That's our predictions,
be on the lookout,
man.
for A&T. I will be dropping any in-game notes when they start coming in.
All right, y'all heard it from Kels with the Intels. I'm BG. That's Bob. We out of here, baby. Y'all know what time it is.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing.